Welcome to the Gigs Podcast. I'm your host, Nikki Sanz, and this is Ask Gigs, where I am answering your questions that our Gigs community has written in. Just want to make a note, if you can, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. It really helps us out. And follow us on Instagram at gigs.live, TikTok, YouTube, all over. If you work in the live events industry and you're looking to hire, or you are looking for jobs, or you're just looking for community, join Gigs. Go to gigs.live, become an employer, post jobs, find great people, become a professional, find jobs, apply, join our community, come to our events. Okay, let's get this thing started. Do you have advice for younger crew realizing for the first time how much this career asks of their personal life? The advice is, this is when you decide if this is for you. It's kind of a beautiful thing that there's now starting to be some more boundaries that people can have in this industry. Before, you kind of had to miss every birthday and anniversary and wedding and funeral. And there's starting to be some leniency there. But I'm telling you what, personal life and tour life, especially when you're first starting out, you can't say no to anything. You're trying to build your career. Man, you will decide if you like this or not. And I promise you, when you're out there and you're like, holy shit, this is for me. I love this so much. I have to stay doing this. You're going to know. You get to decide. The industry is not going to totally change for you. I'm sorry. You decide. Okay. Is it possible to build a sustainable long-term career in live events without burning bridges at home? Of course. Oh my gosh, there's so many thriving marriages and families and friendships and a lot of things. But I'm telling you, I'm not the person to speak on this because when I was touring, I was single and I had zero responsibilities. What happened was I really lost a lot of connection with my friendships at home. I wasn't able to make new connections when I was home. So it was hard, but I can't speak to it as a married person in this industry. And I think that I want to get those perspectives because, dude, you come home from tour and you're exhausted, you want to sleep all day, and then, you have kids, you have a family, you have a spouse. It's tough. I know that from what I've gotten to gather and talking to people, I mean, it takes is communication and empathy and understanding and making that time for each other in some possible way. We just had Zito on the podcast who said that he has a 4-week rule with his wife where they do not go 4 weeks without seeing each other. So if that means he's out for 6 months, he's flying her to different cities to make sure that they get time together. So whatever works for your relationship, but you got to carve out that time. And of course, I'm not the best to speak on it, but I would love to hear from you guys. How do you decide when it's worth saying yes to a gig, even if it means saying no to someone you love? Woo! This is so personal. I think really could come down to alignment. If you are trying to really establish yourself in the industry, if you're really trying to move your career forward, I've always said you just can't say no to gigs. You just can't. You can finally get to a place where you've earned your keep, you've earned your name, where you can start saying no to gigs, but you really don't want to be doing that as much. But anyways, if it's coming down to your personal relationships really suffering if you say yes to this gig, you just have to make that decision. You just got to figure out where that line is of, can I say no to this gig? Can I not? Can the people in my life understand? Can they not? If they truly love you and are supportive of your dreams too, they'll work with you on it. But you also have to be fair to the ones who love you that just don't totally get this world. How do you deal with the guilt of missing big family moments because of a tour or a show? Man, again, this industry is changing. Man, I wasn't on the road long enough to really know what it feels like to carry this burden. But the people who have been on the road a long time, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, where this is their life, they have missed birthdays, anniversaries, school performances, funerals, weddings. Oh yeah, I've missed almost every wedding I've gotten invited to. That's so hard. Think about it. Like, you are hired onto this gig. It's a 6-month tour. It's really hard to get a sub to cover you for a family vacation or a reunion or an anniversary or a birthday. These things are not small at all. But if you think about the cost of hiring someone in to train them up, like, the culture is starting to shift where we're seeing that happen, and it's so cool. And like, personally, I love being a sub. That's such a cool place. But it's tough on the crew. If you have someone new coming in that just doesn't totally get everything perfectly, it totally messes everyone up. Everyone on the road works as a unit. And so if anything is missing and you have someone that's trying to pick up the load that you might leave behind, it's tough. But luckily, everyone gets that pain and I see a shift happening. But that is a really tough burden to carry. It's a lot on your loved ones too, to know that you're going to be missing all of that. So big thank you to people who love the crew. That's a burden that they carry as well, that they don't get to have their loved one at all of these special family moments too. So how I see it is you pick jobs based on the negatives of it. If you can live with certain negatives of that job because the positives outweigh it, or because you're pursuing your dreams, or you're fulfilling this passion or this knowledge that like, I'm supposed to be doing this and I just love it, man. You got to keep doing that. And the people who love you will get it, but you have to make up for it somehow, in whatever way that makes sense for your personal life. What you also have to do is really let your loved ones into your life and let them kind of understand and see what it takes to really put a show on, what it takes to do your job. Because if they don't understand it, it's hard to have empathy and it's easy to get frustrated. And then that's when communication can kind of die. So I think just keeping that communication, letting them know really like, here is my world, come into it. Like come to a show, see what I do. And I think I would love to do some content on really like the day in the life so that the loved ones can really see it and also understand it. But holy shit, I haven't even mentioned, you should be able to go to a funeral. You should be able to go to a wedding. Like there are things that I think our industry really cares about right now, people not missing. And so again, I see that shift happening. I really want to create like gigs subs where like really qualified, great people can sub in without too much of a cost, or, whether that be financial or cost to the team. So yeah, maybe some things could be coming. I don't know. Do you have strategies for staying connected with loved ones on the road? Yeah, this one matters. I asked some people about this one. Small, consistent check-ins go a long way. There are days where like literally you do not have a second to text someone or call someone, and I get it. And sometimes you just want to have a second where you're eating without being on your phone, or you want to go to the bathroom without texting, whatever it is, like I get it. But if you want to have a meaningful relationship and keep it and maintain it and keep it healthy, it's going to be more effort to find the time to actually check in and FaceTime and let them into your world, knowing that, hey, this is going to be a crazy, crazy day and I'm going to have zero time, but checking in, whatever it is. But I would just say like more touch points, more communication, obviously always goes further. But also sometimes when you're stepping into a new gig, you don't really know how it's all going to go. You don't know where your free time is going to be just yet. You don't know if you're going to have any. But as you start getting into the gig and finding your rhythm, then you see where the pockets are, where you see and you start working with your people to give you that time. And again, we're all freaking human. We all want to support each other and we all want our relationships to be good, because when you're happy, you're more fun to work with. And so, work with your team, be like, hey, my radio is off for these 15, 20, 30 minutes when I need to call my wife or my husband, or when I need to talk to my family, whatever it is. So we did a post where we said we celebrate the show, we forget the sacrifice. We were talking about the cost of missing these holidays and birthdays and traditions and weddings. And, it's hard to miss a Thanksgiving dinner. And we got some really cool comments in here. Hannah Hodges, I've missed every single New Year's Eve with my kiddo. This is the first year I might actually get to spend it with her, and she's 6. That's 5 years or potentially 6 years of missing New Year's Eve. So cherish that, man. And I hope you get to have more of those. Hannah, thanks for writing. Haley said, I've missed almost every birthday for years, every holiday for 2025, and I wasn't home when my little brother passed in 2023 because I was a few days short of being home. I love my job and my family is the most supportive, but I'll always beat myself up for it. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's so heavy. That's so heavy. You're a few days short of being home. I hope you don't beat yourself up for it. You're doing your job. You're doing the best you could do. Give yourself some grace. My goodness. And I'm so sorry to hear that. Miss Mary Roberts said, for years, I performed every New Year's Eve and holiday shows before and after Christmas. Meant my time with family was rushed as I had to drive or fly back and forth. And that's only when I was close enough to travel home. As a choreographer, I've missed holidays as well. And the last one that really got to me was setting shows in Mexico, and the contract was extended. So I missed Halloween with my husband and stepson. My best friend had invited us over for trick-or-treating. They had a great time, but the FOMO was so hard. Oh, that's so hard. But then you said, thankfully, I haven't missed Halloween since. It's a really big deal. I think when you, again, see what's important to you, what you miss, you realize like how important that is. And hopefully your schedule aligns where you don't have to miss it. Maya Yuna said, I missed my cousin's very sudden funeral to work my first few gigs in a position I had wanted to work for years. I cried the entire flight there and had moments where I needed a few minutes during the job, but I kept telling myself she wouldn't have wanted me to pass up on the opportunity and that she would be so happy and proud. Oh my gosh, that is so heavy. Thank you for sharing that. And Yeah, of course. And if this person is loving you the way that she seems, she would have been so proud of you. So, hey, way to be strong through that first gig. And I hope that it was fruitful and got you that next gig. Pure Life Therapy said, I recently missed out on being by the family dog side when he crossed the Rainbow Bridge. He died alone at the shelter. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is so sad. Oh, well, you know that dog loved you. You know that. Wow. I don't know what to say. This is so sad. Drew Pinson said, being a single dad, this post is way too real, and the missed moments are unfortunately countless. Much love to y'all. Oh my gosh, yeah. Single dad, I can only imagine those moments are so, so precious. So if you have ways that have, made the moments that you have special, please share them and how you handle missing them. Would love to hear that. Alan D. Waugh said, road families are forever families. And I think this is why people call it family, man, because, when you're crying the whole time because you had to miss this thing, like your family. Near B, he said, the funeral of one of the men who raised me. Nobody in my family wanted to tell me he died after a few days because they knew how much this project meant to me. And they knew I might take a flight and leave the gig. Plus the obvious weddings and birthdays. It's especially hard when I'm back home because I know most people don't expect me to be at their thing. So then they don't always invite you because they assume you already have work. That is such an unexpected cost of this too. You don't really realize that. They just think you're always gone. So you stop getting the invites to the dinners or whatever. And that is so, so hard too. But man, thanks for sharing that. Hey, thank you guys for giving your time and for being dedicated to this craft and to this industry and to this job. Like, it does not go unnoticed by your tour families. And I hope that your families see, the sacrifice that you're making as well. So, hey, from me, from Gigs, thank you for making those sacrifices.